Hey, what's up, guys? It's Alex here. Welcome back to UBDL, and here we are bringing you this season 10, yet another season for VGC and Single Draft League. Thanks for making this a great league and really active server from past 10 seasons. It's really an achievement that I never thought of that I would ever be able to commission 10 seasons straight, and it's all because of you guys. I want your support in this and show your love by hitting like button on this video, which will motivate me to make this league more enjoyable, and maybe from next season expand the league a little bit more. I'm thinking about starting the Wi-Fi leagues as well. So thank you everyone for sticking with me and other mods for 10 seasons. And I wish we get 10 more seasons with all of you guys. So without further ado, let's start with our next division draft analysis. First up, we have Austrian Annihilates, coached by Lucknow. He drafted Dragapult Zapdos, which is a great combo because Zapdos in Regulation D started getting a great viability. It can set Tailwind, and it's a great electric type mon which can counter Dondozo as well and have a flying typing which Among Us is weak to, and currently we don't uh, see many flying type mons but in the format, but Zapdos is uh, equally capable in dealing damages equivalent to Tornadoes, because Tornadoes is more about setup, and then later on maybe it can run Wind Bolt Storm, but Zapdos is pure offensive mode, and pairing a Dragapult is a really great combo. Persian can use Fake Out, and Flamingo can copy the Dragon Dances from Dragapult as well if it wanted to, and Articuno in this team is a bit strange because uh, they already have two flying type mons, so Articuno is a little bit strange pick over here. Maybe they picked up for the ice typing. Other than that, they picked Greninja as well, which is a great pick on their part as well. Uh, they can use the protein to power up Greninja, and under the tailwind it can outspeed a lot of mons because it's already 122 speed, and it's really great. But Pachirisu for follow me, and it can use Nuzzle as well, so it can drop the speed of other mons. But what I am seeing here is that there is no great trick room mon in this team. Everybody is really fast, so they might get little bit overwhelmed under trick room when their opponent sets trick room. Other than that, if they control the speed tiers according to their needs, like they can use taunt, via Persian. If they manage to restrict their opponent from setting trick room, then this team is really strong. Dragon Ball Zapdos and Alolan Persian Flamingo, Greninja, these 5 months can see every week. Overall, this team feels like it's A-tier team to me, and despite they don't have a trick room mode, so I'm going to put them in A-tier. Next up, we have Maryland Marshadows, and it's coached by Bendia. They picked the uh, best mon in Regulation D format Heatran, and along with that, they got Slow Road Keller, which is a great trick room mon, and they can use it outside the trick room as well with Quick Draw, Quick Law combo. So it's totally luck based game. Electrode Hisui is a great B tier pick from their end because it can do tremendous amount of damage, run focus sash, and when its work is done, it can use explode and get out of the field. Other than that, their whole team is really slow. That's why they picked Mimikyu and Gotarita to set up trick room for them. Even Carbink can set trick room for them as well. So Bellybolt and Heatran and Slowbro Galar, these three mons are really scary under trick room. Even Umbreon can use Snarl, decreases the special attack of opposite mons, and I don't know, Blissey can use Heal Pulse and Light Fuse, so it can heal. Even Umbreon can use uh, Healing Wish and can do a lot of damage with its duck time moves as well. Overall, this team is really good under Trick Room, but they are lacking physical attackers in this team. That's why I think their team looks really strong, but because they don't have a lot of physical attackers, that's why I am going to put it in A tier. Next up, we have the Grumpy Goodras, coached by Mad Max. They got the best ice type Pokemon in this format, Iron Bundles, along with a Warmer Snow to set up Snow for it, and now it can boost Iron Bundles defense. But Iron Bundle already got a really high speed, so if it gets paired with its booster energy, it can outspeed anybody in this format. So except for Regieleki, Triscarf Regieleki can outspeed it and 1 hit KO Iron Bundle if it's running booster speed. Other than that, it's really great pick from their end. Can do a lot of damage with Hydro Pump and Icy, and it can control speed with Icy Winds, use Encore. A lot of stuff can be done with Iron Bundle. It's a really great pick. Then they got Cleaver, it gets Sharpness, which can boost the attacks of Cleaver, uh, uh, cutting moves of Cleaver, so it's good mon. Vaitier got Intimidate, that's great pick as well. Then they got Avalog and Colossal, which are good trick room mons, and they got Spiritomb to set the trick room for them. Even Vertier can set trick room. So there is a great synergy in this team. Even Toadstool for redirection, and it can use Spore as well to put opponent to sleep. Even Sneasler's Dark Claw can put opponent to sleep as well, or any other like it can put the opponent into sleep, poison it, or maybe paralyze it. So it's also a great pick. It got fake out as well, and got access to close combat. Overall, this team looks really well built because uh, if they wanted to go to Colossal's Trick Room mode, they can do that as well. And if they wanted to uh, pop up the Colossal's Team Eruption ability, they can do as well by making it Crash Terra and popping it with Iron Bundle. So it's really well maintained team. I think it's it's S tier for me. It got all the whatever I am expecting from a team. It got everything in it, like speed control, both tail, trick room, and they got redirection as well. They got intimidator as well. Yeah, that's why it is an S tier. Next up, we have Enigma Alligates. Posted by J Swag. They got Urshifu Rapid Strike and Murkrow combo. Murkrow can set up tailwind for this team, which made Urshifu outspeed a lot of mons. They got redirection from Toad School, and it can put opponents to sleep as well with Sports. Laser got Fake Out. Miss Magius can set up Trick Room for this team, which Donphan can enjoy. Even Sylveon can enjoy the Trick Room along with Magnezone. West Queen can also set up Tailwind, but I hardly see them bringing the West Queen in any matchup. So overall, they got great team. They got three great attackers: Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Sylveon, and Magnezone, along with few sport modes like Murkrow and Toadstool. Both are really great in this format. What they lack over here is that they don't have a lot of uh, physical attackers in this team. They got only two like Urshifu Rapid Strike and Donphan in this team, which can do physical attack damage. And if opponent manage to shut down their these attackers, Urshifu, Sylveon or Magnezone, this team doesn't have a lot of attacking power to overwhelm the opponent in its own. So they are lacking some kind of offensive pressure in this team. So that's why I think I'm going to place it in B tier. Despite they got both Tailwind and Trick Room setups, they can control the speed, but and they got retraction as well, but they got carried away with a lot of sport mons and forgot to pick offensive mod, so I am suggesting them to just swap one of their sport mod with then offensive mod to make this team a little bit better. Next up we have Brooklyn Boulders, coached by Scarlet Ari Scary, and they got Ashifu single strike along with Corviknight, which can set tailwind for this team. Klefki can set up screens. Hisuian Bravery can set up tailwind as well, and it is good in Trick Room. Luxray is good intimidator, good budget mon. It has a lot of things going on for Luxray as well, and Quagsire is also a great Trick Room mon. Then Glaceon for Ice type, I guess. They got Arboliva, a good Trick Room offensive. Iron Moth, really fast mon, and with its fairy dance, it can increase its special attack as well. Uh, if you can pair it with the booster energy special attack bonus, then it can easily wreck opponent's team. I think Mischievous get Sunny Day as well, so it's really going to create havoc in this format, I guess. So overall, they got two good tailwind attackers, and they got Arboliva and Hisuian Bravery along with Luxray for Trick Room. This team is really well built, and they can take their opponent's attacks really easily because Clefly can set up screens. Luxray can drop their attack, so I think it's one of the best constructed team so far. So I'm going to put it in S tier. Next up we have Jolly Beedrills, coached by Lidl. They got the first pick in this draft, and they drafted Fluttermane, Volcarona, Quacker as well. Fluttermane is really great pick because of its typing, Ghost and Fairy, a really great typing. They can Terra into Ghost and even Fairy, use Tethering Gleam. Volcarona can do offensive job, or it can do the support job with the Rage Powder, whatever the situation may arise during the matchup. Quacklevel is really great water and fighting type Pokemon. Got Moxie. If you can run Choice Scarf on it to outspeed I think plenty of mons in this format, and if you manage to pick up Chaos with it, its attack is going to raise really quickly and it's going to create havoc. Then we got Taurus to decrease the attack via Intimidates, Fungus for Redirection, and Spore. Berserker for Fake Out, but they don't got any other Steel type mon in their team, so their Steely Surge ability is not going to do a lot of damage, I guess, not going to help anybody. Then they got Strudel, which is also a great prankster mon. Then Garchomp along with Tendermouse. Tendermouse is not a great pick, but They are going for a lot of sport mounts rather than going for offensive mount, like same as the previous team that we discussed. Their only offensive mounts in this team are Cluttermane, Volcarona, maybe if they wanted to, and Quaquaval and Garchomp. So if their opponent got the answer for all those three of mounts, then their team is really going to struggle against them, and they don't got any speed coverage. Like their team is really pacey, but they don't got any. Uh, no, sorry, Volcarona can set up tailwind for them, but for Trick Room, they don't got any mount to set up Trick Room for them. But all their attackers are really fast, so they don't require Trick Room as well. Even Berserker can prevent their opponent from setting Trick Room. So overall, this team lacks some offense, the same like Enigma Alligates. That's why I'm going to put it in the same tier as Enigma Alligates. They can swap out one of their sport mode for an offensive one, then this team can really shine. Next up we have Florida Alligators, coached by 23 Sora. They got Roaring Moon. I used it in previous season and managed to reach finale with it. It's a really offensive mod. If you can set up Sun for it, you can run. You don't need to run push energy on it. You can run choice band and one shot everybody in the one shot everybody from your opponent's team. Delphox can use Sunny Day, so they can use it this strategy if they wanted to. Then Azumarill can easily set up Belly Drum. Because they got more green, they can use Fake Out and set up Belly Drum with Azumarill. And from next turn onwards, it's going to create havoc everywhere. Lucario is really strong as well, can increase its attack with Sword Dance as well, got priority moves in Vacuum Wave. Appleton is awesome under Trick Room. Jolteon really fast, electric type mod. So they can also use it again. They can run Choice Scarf to outspeed uh, Iron Bundle as well if they wanted to. And Samurott, his Suyan Samurott is really good as well. It got sharpness and can uh, set hazards for them. Morgrem, I love using Morgrem. Can set up its budget Grinsnall, set screen for you. I got Fake Out as well. Other than that, Game Rapt is also great under Trick Room. But the main point over here is that they don't have a good sport mode other than Morgrim. Every other mode is offensive mode. But I don't think they needed that many sport modes in this team because uh, the sheer pressure that these offensive modes can create for their opponent is enough for them to uh, pick up quick KOs. Roaring Moon can set up tailwind for this team if they wanted to. but I don't think they needed it as such in each and every game. So what they can do, they can pressurize their opponent by putting two great offensive mons as a lead and take away the, uh, the game from there. But, this team is really good, so that's why I'm going to put it in 8 here. Next up we have Glasgow Glasgows, coached by Pixel Master. He always reach playoffs, and he's playing from fourth season onwards, I guess. And they picked up Excalibur Talonflame combo this season. So Excalibur can pop up. Talonflame can pop up Excalibur's ability, thermal exchange, and power ups its attacks. Excalibur is already really strong mon. Marshall is offensively and bulkily mon, which is great under Trick Room, and even uh, without Trick Room it can shine. Serena is great pick in this team because they don't want it to uh, deal with their opponent's priority attacks. So Serena is going to play a vital role in this. Simeon is great budget fighting time mon. Raicholola really fast, and Gardevoir as a fairy type mon along with Vaporeon and Cryogonal. They got speed control in Cryogonal and Talonflame. They got Trick Room mons, they got offensive mons. I think this team is again going to reach the playoffs, and it's really offensive and got both mix of offense and defense. For that reason, I'm going to put it in uh, A tier. Next up, we have Montana Meganiums, coached by Crampe. They got Chanpao Gyarados, a great combo. Chanpao can reduce the defense, and Gyarados, after one Dragon Dance, or if it is paired with Chanpao, it doesn't require Dragon Dance to set up to pick quick chaos. Raichu is also great over here, can use Fake Out, and really fast electric Type again. It's a great counter for Iron Bundle. Jump Plus for setting sleep powders, tailwind for this team. Florges can heal up this team, and it's a good budget fairy time mon. Sneasel Hisui can use fake out as well, but I don't think they are ever going to bring Sneasel. Same goes for Sliggoo. But for Cerulege, it's really good pick from their end. It can uh, combine with Chenpao, and it doesn't require to set up Sword Dance if it's paired with Chenpao to pick up good KOs. Even Uxie can set up Trick Room for this team if they wanted to go on that mode as well, but they don't have any Trick Room mods, so they have to rely upon their fast mode, which they don't got tailwind for. Raichu can use Electro Webs, but I don't think it's still here in this game yet. Oh, sorry, they got Jumpers for setting Tailwind, but yeah, for Trick Room they don't got any mons. Overall, they got good mon setup with Chen Pao, but they are lacking some special attackers in this team. For that reason, I think it's going to be in B tier, and their lack of sport mons as well. They are going to be put in B tier. Next up, we have Nimbasa cities. Megastars, coached by Name. They got Tornadoes along with Gastrodon, which is useful against Urshifu. They got Hexerus Medicham with Fake Out. Hexerus can set up Dragon Dance and start going from there. If they didn't want to set up uh, Hexerus Dragon Dance, they also can set up Tailwind Tornadoes and do all the shenanigans with it. They got Medicham with huge power as well. Dugtrio can use Earthquake and use Memento as well, and its Arena Trap ability is really great, restricting their opponent from switching out. Then Chiyu can paired up easily with Tornadoes and Gastrodon. So both Tornadoes and Gastrodon can do plenty of damage to their opponent. Tornadoes spread move will also do plenty of damage with that. And under Tailwind, Chiyu can outspeed a lot of mons, so it's really great for their team. Other than Chiyu, Dugtrio, Hexerus, Gastro, and Tornadoes, they don't have anything else. Ditto can be somewhat mysterious mon. It can transform into their S tier, their opponent's S tier mon, and if they get chance to do that, then it's a really great pick. If it doesn't get a chance to do that, then it can flop as well. So we have to wait and see how it pans out for them. Overall, this team doesn't look that much scary, but I know Tornadoes with Geo and Gastrodon is really great core, and for that reason I am going to put it in A tier. Next up we have Salty Slowkings, last season's winner, and this time they drafted Thunders with Charizard and Lilligant, which is a great core because Thunders can set up Sunny Day for this team, and both Charizard and Lilligant can enjoy that. Charizard's flying typing can easily be taken out with Terra, and it can turn into fire type. Got stab boost plus Terra boost, and if it's holding life orb under solar power, with solar power and under sun, it's going to nuke their opponent. So it's a really great combo, and if Charizard wasn't able to finish its job, then Lilligant with chlorophyll ability can do it quickly for as Froach. Then they got Basculegion as well, and along with Hunter and Tinkerton, which this core is really great as well because Hunter can set up Trick Room, even Shander can set up Trick Room for this team. Tinkerton can use Fake Out, and its great Fairy and Steel typing is what they require for Charizard's weaknesses, because Haunter is got levitate and it can easily switch out uh, for Charizard if the ground move is going, if they predicted the ground move is going to target Charizard. Uh, for overall, this team looks really scary to me, and I think they're really going to be a great playoff contender. For that reason, I'm going to put it in S tier. Next up, we have Chicago Charizards, coached by Frost. They are also a great player. This time they drafted Torkoal with Lilligant Hisui. They really like Torkoal, and Torkoal can set up a sun for Lilligant, and Lilligant can start its shenanigans. They got Typhlosion as well. It's not like Charizard, but still under sun it can cause massive damage with eruption. To outspeed their opponent, they can even run Choice Scarf on it, because if they don't wanted to reduce the power of eruption. So just imagine Terra Fire, Tab Boost plus Terra Boost plus Choice Specs Eruption under Sun. How much damage it is going to do. Then they also got Oricorio to pair up with Lilligant. They got Brood Bonnet for redirection, Spore, and it got Priority Sucker Punch as well. Then Electros, with its Levitate ability, got no weakness. Really great budget pick. They can set Trick Room and Giraffe Ridge as well if they wanted to, but looking at the team, they can utilize Trick Room for Torkoal and Brute Bonnet if they ever wanted to. They got both the speeds, I guess, and got redirection as well. Got good offensive attackers. Overall, it's not a great Sun team like we saw Astro's stream, but still, it's really offensive Sun team. For that reason, I'm predicting that this season they are going to be a playoff contender, because their team is looking really scary currently. So that's why I'm going to put it in A tier. Next up, we got Imperium. They drafted the best offensive plus bulky mon Iron Hands, which is really great under Trick Room. And next, they drafted the best Trick Room setter in the current format, Free Graph. You cannot taunt it when Prankster, and it can easily set up Trick Room for this team. They got Vivillon as well for Rage Powder stuff. It can set up Tailwind for this team. They can use Sleep Powder, Paralyze Powder, whatever they wanted. Vivillon is really great budget pick. And they got Brumblegust as well, which can easily counter those heat waves from Heatran, those uh, tornadoes and thunders Wildboard storm attacks and Windboard storm attacks. The Genie's signature moves, and Earthworm can easily pair up with Stone Joiner, I guess. And even Iron Hands if they are predicting a ground type attack is going to strike on Iron Hands or Stone Joiner, they can easily switch out their Earthworm. Toxapex for White Guard is a really great pick from their end because in this format we got a lot of split attacks which hits both opponents, so spread attacks, so they can counter it with Toxapex if they are scared of that. Moltres along with Skellige is great picks, are both really great picks because Moltres can set up Nasty Plot and after a Berserk boost it can do a lot of damage with Fairy Wrath, which can open up the chance for other mons to pick up Chaos. Even Bramblecast Shadow Sneak can pair up with Moltres Fairy Wrath, can pick 2 Chaos in just one turn. Skellige is really bulky as well, along with Wigglytuff. Overall, their team is really bulky. They got both speed controls, Trick Room and Tailwind. They got Retraction as well. They got White Guard as well. They can increase their attack. Both Iron Hand and Moltres can increase their attacks if they wanted to. Even Skellige can continuously pile up its special attack. Overall, their team looks really scary, and I think they will be a great playoff contender this season. That's why I'm going to put it in S tier. Sorry, Imperium, your logo is not with me, so I choose a black eye and it is not visible now. So last we got West Coast Whimsicots, coached by Knock Knock. They drafted full Trick Room team with Ursaluna King Gambit, Oranguru, Makalola, Dunsparce, Reverum, Salzburg, Hetrini, Pineapple, Magneton. Ursaluna King Gambit is a really great combo. Oranguru can set up Trick Room for this team, and they got Telepathy as well, so they can easily use Ursaluna's Earthquake without putting any damage to their own Pokemons. Makalola is also really great in Trick Room teams. They can use evasion, they can raise their evasion as well with minimize and make their opponent rage quit. And Dunsparce is also a really great mon under Trick Room. Then Hetrini, wonderful mon under Trick Room, and it can even set up Trick Room for this team. Overall, they got plenty of offensive mons and got 2 mons that can set Trick Room for this team. And even if they aren't able to set up Trick Room for themselves, they got Magneton to set up screens, so overall their team is bulky, and under screens they can survive few attacks as well before hitting their opponent. But I am thinking that they are going to use Mental Herb on Oranguru every single week if they wanted to outplay their opponent or get ready for Imperium plus Imperium plus Imperium play. So a lot of mind games is going to happen uh, whenever they are going to play. I think their team is solid under Tech Room, but they don't go any other on for any other offensive mod that works without Trick Room. For that reason, I'm going to place it in A tier, not S tier. Thank you guys. If you enjoy this video, please hit like button and show your love to the channel, and I will keep bringing these videos all season long. Adios.